The wait is finally over after months of speculation, whispers in fan groups, and endless countdowns. The premiere date for Heartland Season 19 is officially locked in. That's right. The beloved series that has carried us through laughter, heartbreak, and unforgettable family moments is returning, and now we finally know when. But here's the twist. The release schedule isn't the same for everyone. If you're in Canada, you'll see it first. If you're in the United States, your wait will be a little different. And in this video, we're going to break it all down so you'll know exactly when and where you can tune in. For nearly 2 decades, Heartland has stood as one of the most enduring family dramas on television. Set against the sweeping landscapes of Alberta, the show has managed to carve out a unique place in the hearts of millions. At its core, Heartland is about family, resilience, and the healing power of horses. It's not just another TV drama, it's a story about life, change, and the bonds that keep us going through both the best and hardest of times. And Season 19 is not just another chapter. It's a milestone. Few shows make it this far, and even fewer manage to hold on to the warmth and authenticity that made them special in the first place. Fans who have been watching from the very beginning remember how it all started. Amy Fleming, a young woman with a gift for understanding horses, facing the tragedy of her mother's passing and the responsibility of carrying on her family's legacy at Heartland Ranch. From there, we've seen her grow into a mother herself, balancing love, loss, and the challenges of keeping the ranch alive. Alongside her, characters like Jack, Tim, and Lou have given us storylines that are as heartfelt as they are relatable. Each season has brought new challenges and victories, weaving together the everyday struggles of ranch life with the universal themes of love, community, and perseverance. This is why the announcement of Season 19's premiere date carries so much weight. It's not just about when the episodes will air. It's about the reassurance that this long-running journey still has more to give. Viewers from all over the world have found comfort in the show's steady rhythm, its ability to provide a sense of home, even when life feels uncertain. For Canadian fans, the CBC premiere has become an annual tradition, almost like a seasonal ritual. For American viewers, the wait has always been a bit longer, but the excitement never fades. The bond between the show and its audience runs deeper than a simple TV schedule. But here's what makes this moment even more significant. The global landscape of television has changed dramatically since Heartland first aired. Streaming services have transformed the way we watch, and international audiences have grown larger and more vocal. People in different corners of the world now gather online to celebrate every announcement, trailer, and behind-the-scenes clip. The news of Season 19's confirmed date has already sparked waves of conversations across fan forums and social media pages. From Canada to the United States, and from Europe to Australia, fans are gearing up to clear their calendars and prepare for the emotional ride ahead. Another reason this premiere feels so important is the sheer rarity of shows like Heartland in today's entertainment industry. Most dramas burn out within a few years, either cancelled due to ratings or wrapped up before reaching their full potential. But Heartland has done the opposite. It has grown stronger, building a loyal fan base that spans generations. Grandparents, parents, and kids watch together, creating a shared experience that few modern shows can offer. That cross-generational appeal is one of the secrets to its longevity, and Season 19 promises to continue that tradition. And let's not forget the characters themselves. Over time, they've become more than just fictional people on a screen. They've become almost like family members to viewers. Jack's wisdom, Tim's flaws, Amy's resilience, and Lou's determination all reflect pieces of ourselves or people we know in real life. When we talk about the premiere of a new season, we're not just talking about another round of scripted stories, we're talking about reuniting with characters we've grown up with, characters who feel like old friends. That's why the release date matters so much. It tells us when that reunion will happen. So, as we move forward in this breakdown, keep in mind, the premiere date isn't just a piece of information on a calendar, it's a promise. A promise that Heartland will continue to deliver the kind of storytelling that has kept us watching for 19 seasons straight. And in the next section, We're going to dive into that exact date when Canadian fans can expect to see it first, and what American fans need to know about the slightly different schedule waiting for them after months of waiting, speculating, and refreshing social media feeds for even the smallest clue. The moment fans have been holding their breath for is finally here. Heartland Season 19 has its official premiere date, and it's closer than many dared to hope. For Canadian viewers, the series will make its grand return on Sunday, October 6, 2025, airing first on CBC and streaming instantly on CBC Gem. This is the moment Canadian fans have been counting down to. And now the date is no longer a rumor, it's carved in stone. But of course, there's always a twist when it comes to Heartland's international schedule. Canadian fans may get the first ride into Season 19, but American fans are never far behind. The United States will see the premiere just a few weeks later, beginning on Faith and Family on Thursday, October 23, 2025. That's right, while Canada has the advantage of those earlier Sundays, American fans will finally be able to saddle up for new episodes before the month ends. This staggered release has become almost a tradition for the show, one that fans on both sides of the border have come to expect. And while it may be frustrating for US viewers to wait those extra days, there's comfort in knowing that the gap isn't nearly as long as it used to be in earlier seasons. In fact, the show's producers have worked hard to keep the delay minimal, respecting the fact that Heartland has grown into an international family, not just a Canadian one. And here's something that adds even more excitement for US fans. Faith and Family isn't the only destination. After its initial run on the streaming service, the episodes will make their way to the Hallmark Channel lineup, and eventually, Netflix will add Season 19 to its catalog. This layered release schedule means the show doesn't just reach fans in different ways, it also stretches out the excitement, keeping conversations alive for months. Canadian fans might start the wave, but American and international audiences will carry it forward, extending the life of each episode far beyond its premiere night. So what does this mean for you? Sitting at home and waiting to see the Fleming family again? It means it's time to start circling dates on your calendar. If you're in Canada, October 6th is the day to prepare the living room, stock up on snacks, and make sure your Sunday evening is wide open. If you're in the United States, you'll want to save October 23rd, the day you finally get to step back into the ranch, hear the familiar theme music, and see Amy, Jack, Tim, and Lou on your screen once more. The release schedule also speaks volumes about how much the creators of Heartland value their loyal audience. They understand that after nearly 2 decades, fans don't just casually tune in, they plan their days around the premiere. That's why the announcements were made with such care, ensuring that both Canadian and American fans could share in the excitement, even if the dates are slightly different. And let's be honest, the anticipation is half the fun. The knowledge that Canada will start the journey a bit earlier has already sparked conversations online. Fans are discussing how they'll avoid spoilers, what they expect from the new season, and even creating online groups to watch episodes together once they release in their region. This shared excitement is what makes Heartland unique. The show doesn't just deliver episodes, it builds a community. And now, with Season 19 on the horizon, that community is buzzing louder than ever. But beyond just the dates, this premiere marks something deeper. It proves that Heartland is not slowing down. 19 seasons in, most shows would be looking for ways to wrap up, to tie loose ends, to say goodbye. But Heartland isn't just surviving, it's thriving. The confidence to announce another full season with a carefully mapped release plan shows that the creators are committed to continuing this story as long as fans keep showing up. And judging by the reaction to this news, fans are not going anywhere. So now, the mystery has been solved. The waiting is over. Heartland Season 19 premieres October 6th in Canada and October 23rd in the US. Mark the dates, set your reminders, and get ready to return to the ranch. Because very soon, the next chapter of this beloved story begins, and it promises to be worth every single second of the wait. Let's start in Canada, the home of Heartland. This is where it all began, where the rolling fields of Alberta provide more than just a backdrop, they are the heart and soul of the series. Canadian fans are always first in line, and Season 19 is no exception. On Sunday nights, New episodes will air on CBC, the country's national broadcaster, making it accessible to households across the nation. For those who prefer streaming, episodes will also be available immediately on CBC Gem, which has become the go-to option for fans who want flexibility to watch on their own schedule. This dual-release traditional TV and modern streaming ensures that no matter your lifestyle, you'll have a way to catch Amy, Jack, Tim, and Lou as soon as their stories unfold. Now, shift the camera lens to the United States, and the picture changes just a little. American fans don't get the Sunday night ritual that Canada enjoys, but they do have a dedicated platform, Faith Family. This streaming service has become the hub for U.S. viewers, offering early access to episodes before they eventually spread to other platforms. For Season 19, U.S. fans will be able to watch starting Thursday, October 23, 2025, with new episodes rolling out weekly. That slight delay has become familiar over the years, but the payoff is worth it because once the season begins, American fans get their steady dose of Heartland without interruption, and here's where the layers come in. After Faith Family, episodes gradually make their way to the Hallmark Channel, bringing the show to cable audiences who might not stream but still want their fix of the ranch. Then, much later, Heartland finds its way onto Netflix USA. This final stop extends the lifespan of the season even further, inviting casual viewers, binge watchers, and brand new fans into the fold. By the time Netflix adds Season 19, the ripple effect of the Canadian premiere has already stretched across months, creating a cycle of excitement that never really dies down. This staggered release schedule might seem frustrating at first glance, but it actually builds something rare, anticipation layered with longevity. Canadian fans get the honor of starting the conversation. American fans follow close behind, fueling the fire of discussion online. Then the Hallmark crowd joins in, and finally, Netflix binge watchers rediscover the season all over again. The story doesn't just premiere once, it premieres again and again, reaching different waves of audiences at different times. It's also worth noting how unique this structure is in today's television world. Most shows drop an entire season in one weekend on streaming platforms. The hype is intense, but short-lived. 2 weeks later, the buzz is gone. Heartland does the opposite. It stretches out the experience, almost like chapters of a book being released to readers in different towns at different times. The result? A conversation that never stops. Someone, somewhere, is always watching a new episode of Heartland, even months after the Canadian premiere. And let's not forget about international fans outside of Canada and the US. While their schedules aren't always announced immediately, many rely on Netflix's eventual release to join the journey. In places like the UK, Australia, and parts of Europe, fans are used to waiting a little longer, but their passion is just as strong. Online communities make sure they don't feel left out, sharing spoiler-free discussions and theories until the episodes finally reach them. So, when we talk about the regional release schedule, it's more than just dates and platforms. It's about how Heartland has managed to grow into a global family while still keeping its roots firmly in Canada. It's about creating shared experiences across borders, some watching early, others catching up later, but all united by their love for the Fleming family and the ranch. This careful structure is part of what makes the show feel timeless. Every region, every platform, every stage of release adds another layer of life to Season 19. And while the wait may be longer for some, the payoff is always the same. A heartfelt story that's worth it, with the when and where now clear. The next question is obvious. What will we see when those episodes finally land? What stories, conflicts, and reunions are waiting for us in Season 19? Let's move forward into that, because if the schedule builds anticipation, the story itself is what makes the wait worthwhile. Every new season of Heartland comes with its own mix of excitement and nerves. Fans want the comfort of familiar faces, but they also crave fresh storylines that keep the ranch alive in unexpected ways. Season 19 is shaping up to be exactly that balance, rooted in tradition yet unafraid to explore new paths. So what can we expect once the gates of Heartland Ranch swing open again? First, let's talk about Amy Fleming. Over the years, We've watched her journey from a young girl struggling with the loss of her mother to a strong woman carrying the weight of the ranch in her family. In season 19, Amy is expected to step into an even deeper role as both a mother and a healer. Her bond with horses has always been at the center of the show, but now we'll likely see that gift tested in ways that challenge her not just as a trainer, but as a leader in her community. Fans have been speculating that Amy will face a decision that forces her to balance the needs of the ranch with the needs of her heart. Then there's Jack Bartlett, the unshakable patriarch of Heartland. At this point, Jack is more than a character, he's the moral compass of the series. His wisdom, his steady hand, and his stubborn streak are what hold the family together. But as the seasons go on, questions about his legacy grow stronger. In season 19, Jack may be faced with choices about passing on responsibilities, letting the next generation step up, and perhaps even confronting his own limits. It's not easy for someone like Jack to loosen the reins, but that struggle could form one of the most emotional threads of the season. Tim Fleming, as always, brings complexity to the table. Love him or find him frustrating, Tim is never dull. He's a man defined by his flaws but also by his determination to grow. Season 19 is expected to push Tim into new territory, forcing him to reconcile with mistakes of the past while also embracing new opportunities. Could this be the season where Tim finally finds a lasting peace, or will he stumble into more conflict before he gets there? Fans know that with Tim, anything is possible, and that unpredictability is part of his appeal. And of course, Lou Fleming will continue to juggle her own responsibilities. From running businesses to guiding her daughters, Lou's storylines have always reflected the challenges of modern womanhood. In this new season, Lou might face choices that test her ability to balance family life with her public role. Fans often call her the bridge between the world of Heartland Ranch and the wider community. And season 19 could bring that bridge under pressure like never before. But beyond the core characters, Heartland has always thrived on its supporting cast and the fresh faces who enter the story. Every season, someone new arrives at the ranch, and their presence changes the dynamic in subtle but powerful ways. Season 19 is likely to introduce new characters who either challenge the Fleming family or help them see their world differently. These newcomers keep the series from becoming predictable, reminding us that the ranch isn't isolated, it's part of a bigger, ever-changing world. We should also expect a signature mix of heartfelt triumphs and gut-wrenching setbacks. Horses will once again serve as both symbols and catalysts for healing, growth, and sometimes heartbreak. Longtime fans know that no season of Heartland is complete without moments that bring tears to your eyes, followed by scenes that remind you why the series has endured for nearly 2 decades. Season 19 will almost certainly deliver those emotional highs and lows, weaving together personal struggles with the larger story of the ranch's survival. Perhaps the most exciting part is the unanswered questions left dangling from the previous season. Relationships were tested, futures were uncertain, and the ranch itself faced challenges that could shift everything. Season 19 isn't just a continuation, it's a response. Every storyline left unresolved has the chance to evolve into something bigger, giving fans closure while also sparking new arcs. And let's not forget, the landscapes of Alberta are more than just scenery. They're characters in their own right. Expect sweeping shots of open fields, snow-dusted hills, and endless skies that frame the emotional journeys of the characters. The beauty of Heartland Ranch will once again remind us why this show feels like a breath of fresh air in a world of fast-paced, disposable entertainment. So, what can fans expect from season 19? In simple terms, everything that makes Heartland timeless: family, resilience, growth, and love, alongside fresh challenges that prove the story still has room to grow. It's a promise that even after 19 seasons, there are still new trails to ride, new lessons to learn, and new reasons to gather around the screen. As the premiere dates approach, fans aren't just preparing to watch another season, they're preparing to step back into a world that feels like home, with characters who feel like family, and stories that remind us why we fell in love with Heartland in the first place. The announcement of Heartland Season 19's premiere date didn't just land like a news headline, it hit like a spark in a field of dry grass. Almost instantly, fan forums lit up, social media timelines flooded with excitement, and hashtags celebrating the new season began trending across platforms. For many, this wasn't just television news. It was the confirmation of a reunion, a reassurance that their favorite family on the ranch would return to their screens. Scroll through the comments under CBC's official posts, and you'll see the wave of joy pouring in from Canadian fans. Many speak about how Heartland has become a part of their Sunday tradition, something they share with parents, children, or even grandparents. Some write about how they've watched since the very first season, and others share stories about discovering the show during tough times, only to find comfort in its gentle storytelling. For them, Season 19 isn't just another round of episodes, it's a continuation of something deeply personal.